Hi, this is Mick from DBmarlin again, back with another video. This time we're going to have a look at a new platform we've just added in version 4.1 of DBmarlin, and that is Informix. So Informix is a database that's been around for a long time, more than 30, but is still popular today and is currently owned by IBM. And so you can see now when we're looking at DBmarlin, as well as all the other platforms that we already had, you can see now we've also got Informix, and I've got a couple here in this environment. At the top level, we can see the usual key performance metrics like the average SQL response time, the number of SQL statements executed, and the total amount of database time processing all of those statements. And then we can click into here to get more information. We have the activity screen. Really powerful, gives you a breakdown of that database time. You can see that how it looks over time. You can also then break it down into the statements and see which statements account for that time. We've got one here that's very dominant, and you can turn those on and off like so. You can also break it down into the weights. This database spends a lot of time sleeping, but again you can turn that off so you can see the other weight events within the instance. And you can see those down the bottom here as well. We've got our top statements, we've got our weights. You can break it down by database, by client IP, by users and programs and so on. So exactly the same functionality that we already had for all the other platforms, so you're getting exactly the same with Informix here as well. You've got our grouped version where we replace variables with question marks, so that gives you a different view of top statements. We've got our SQL statistics, again, different view of top statements. This time you can see things like the duration, the number of executions, and then the average response time for each of your top statements. You can also see other metrics like the number of logical reads and writes, number of rows processed, and so on. We also have database statistics, so at the instance level, things like the number of active sessions and all kinds of other instance level statistics. You also have host monitoring for the host resources like CPU and memory. I don't have that enabled in this environment. And then we also have our events, so there were none within the last hour. If I just rewind a little bit, you can see we had some alert events here when things had triggered thresholds, but we also have change events as well. So just like you have with other platforms, if you have things like schema changes or database parameter changes, those would also appear here as events, and you would see those on the timeline so you can see whether they had a performance impact or not. So for Informix customers, you're going to get exactly the same feature set that all the other platforms have. So if you're an Informix user and you want to try this out, you can download DBmarlin from the website. You'll need version 4.1, and we do have the freemium offer, so the first database instance you monitor is free. So if you want to try that out, we'd be glad to get your feedback on that. So thank you for listening, and look out for more videos coming soon.